Splendid notion, Marie. Conscience, I can't claim credit for the idea. One of your short girls was talking about it. I feel sure you would have caught up with her.
Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be sharing with you everything that I eat in a day. I just finished getting ready, so I'm actually going to pour myself a little bit of coffee from my Bialetti, and then I'll probably take the rest to go in a thermos so that I can sip it throughout the day. So that's kind of the way I first start my day. I've already had a glass of water while I was doing my hair and makeup, so I have about another 15-20 minutes up until I head off for work, and I'm gonna have some breakfast in that time. So over here I have a little Pyrex tub that I mixed together yesterday night, and this is actually chia seed pudding. If you've never had this before, it's kind of magical. It's kind of like rice pudding, but it's even better for you because chia seeds have really good health benefits. They're a really good source of omega-3s. So I'm just gonna ladle some up into a bowl and enjoy it. And it has strawberries, and it also has a little bit of keffir, which is like a fermented yogurt drink, which sounds gross, but anyway, basically it's more like a liquidy yogurt, and it works really well to puff up the chia seeds. So I am going to enjoy this with a little bit of bee pollen on top, which is also really good for you, and it has a kind of like slightly honey-like taste that's really nice. And my chia seed pudding is already sweetened, but if I wanted to, I would totally add a little bit of extra honey or maple syrup on top. And then I'm also topping it with a little bit of pistachios. And so this is what it looks like. It's really colorful, it's really delicious, it feels like a dessert, and the chia seeds keep me full for hours and hours, so I can easily make it all the way to lunch with it. But I also make sure that I always have some fruit with me in the office. So today I'm gonna pack 2 for eating over the next 2 days. I'll have this whenever I feel like it. Usually I'll actually have it in the afternoon, especially if it's a gym day. So I feel like fruit is just a really good fuel for the gym. So I'll just have my apple or mango if I have a little bit more time to kind of slice it up. I'll have it like around maybe 2:30 or 3 p.m. or something like that, as I might sort of start to get hungry again. But it's nice to have this on hand because there is the odd day that I'll get hungry before lunch around 11, and then I know that I have a healthy snack on hand, which is always smart. This particular what I eat in a day video will be very focused on food prep because that is what I do most days since I work full-time as well as having this YouTube channel. I just have a crazy life, and having food pre-prepared for me that is still really fresh and healthy and delicious saves my life. So this entire video will include tips for food prepping, and we are now going to flash back to food prepping this chia seed pudding last night so you can see how it's made, and then we'll do the same for lunch, and for dinner I will give you another tip for a way that I like to food prep an especially delicious, sinful, fresh pasta that will absolutely save your life in your freezer for those days where you have no time to cook dinner. So I'm going to put some cream in my coffee and enjoy my breakfast, and I will see you guys a little bit later. So for my first flashback, we are going to go back to my Sunday meal prep for breakfast. You'll need about 10 strawberries, a couple of tablespoons of chia seeds, some keffir, which is just a liquidy yogurt, and your sweetener of choice, which for me tends to be maple syrup because after all I do live in Canada. So you just chop your strawberries, and then squash them against the side of your container so you get lots and lots of juice out, and you still maintain a lot of the texture of the strawberry more than if you blended it. I add about a tablespoon of sweetener to the whole thing, which will make about 2 portions. A little bit of pumpkin spice as well because I really like that warm cinnamon flavor. And then I add about 3 tablespoons of chia seeds, and you can see how efficient I am at measuring things accurately. I tend to eyeball pretty much everything I make. Then you just stir it around so the chia seeds can start to absorb the strawberry juice. Add your keffir, mix it up, and you're done. Good afternoon, so it's about 1 p.m. and I am going to eat my minestrone. It is a beautiful day out, so I always try and go and take a walk after I've had my lunch as well for about 20 minutes. And then I just stir up my minestrone, which I microwave for 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get it perfect. To make your minestrone, this is another flashback from Sunday meal prep. You'll need a variety of spring vegetables because I really like to have a lot of crisp flavor in it. So I just chop my celery, my onions, my bacon, and my chili because I do like a little bit of spice to it. And so you're just going to go ahead and stir fry all of that in your Dutch oven because those are your aromatics and they will flavor the rest of the vegetables. So today I'm using broccoli, mushrooms, and asparagus, all from Costco, and some white beans. And of course a can of crushed tomatoes to make the minestrone tomato-y. And I just think this combination of veggies, or whatever combination of fresh veggies you have on hand, will make the soup so healthy and flavorful. I'm also adding 3 cubes of frozen bone broth, or about 1 cup. And I really think bone broth is the new green juice in terms of health foods. And this will make 5 portions, but I ate the 5th one for Sunday dinner. Alright everyone, so I just got home. It's just after 6 and I am starving, as I always am when I finish work. It's just like that release of having that productive day and getting home just makes me ravenous. So we are going to make some fresh pasta tonight, which would be insane for anyone who has had a long day at work normally, but I did get this Phillips Pasta Maker, which has changed my life for the better in my pasta-holic opinion, because I love fresh pasta. It's just so much healthier in my opinion because you do put fresh eggs in the pasta, so it's much more filling, it's more filled with protein, and it's fresh as well. It's not something out of a package. So what I'm going to do so that this is kind of useful, because it will take about 15 minutes, so I'll make my pasta first, and then my sauce itself will probably take about 15 to 20 minutes as well. So this is not a super time-consuming meal, but even with that little bit of effort, I will also prepare myself for another day, because you guys, no surprise, since we're heading towards the end of this video, you guys know I love to meal prep. So my plan is to make an extra large batch of pasta. This is usually what I do every time I use the Phillips. And then I freeze about half of it so that I have a portion all ready to go in my freezer. It freezes beautifully, you can't tell the difference, and it's just so easy because that's even quicker. All you need to do then is boil water and it actually cooks even faster than regular dried pasta. So all you do is you fill up your little measuring cups that come with the pasta maker. So I'm going to do 2 of these of flour and then fill this one up to the top with eggs. So usually it takes about 3 eggs, and put it in the pasta machine, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So I will link the Phillips Pasta Maker in the down bar below so that you can have the cheapest links I can find. It's so easy to use and I just love the results of it. You just end up adding your 2 cups of flour and then your eggs into the top, and out comes miraculous pasta about 3 minutes of mixing later, and all you have to do is just cut it when it gets to your desired length, and it's just so mesmerizing to watch. I could pretty much watch the pasta come out all day long. Here's my beautiful finished product. This is what I'll be cooking up tonight, and it will make 2 portions, so enough for 1 person and leftovers, or 2 people. And then I have about a generous portion as well that I'm going to freeze in a little Ziploc bag right now, and this will make me so happy, like an evening that I come back from the gym maybe, or I'm traveling or working extra hard or something like that. Alright, so for your sauce, you're not going to need too many ingredients. These are kind of things that I often keep in the fridge, plus your protein of choice. So tonight I'll be using snapper. I got one of those huge, like family-sized packs of fresh wild-caught snapper from Costco a couple days ago, and I essentially just portioned it out, and this is the only one I didn't freeze, so I need to use it up today, and I'm going to cut it up with some scissors and poach it right in my sauce towards the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up all my ingredients. I'm going to chop up some celery, which is definitely eccentric in this kind of fresh tomato sauce, but I really like the flavor that it gives, and it's really good for you as well. Then I'm going to chop up my half of an onion, which is left over from my minestrone that I made on Sunday. I have 4 cloves of garlic because you never know when a vampire might come over, and I mean, I love garlic. And then I have a little Thai chili, so I'm going to chop this up and add it to my sauce and fry it up as well, so it will flavor the olive oil that we start the sauce with. This is quite spicy, so you can definitely omit if you're not into it. Then I have a lemon, which I will squeeze into my sauce at the end. I have some slightly worse for wear San Marzano cherry tomatoes. These have been in the fridge, so that's why they're a little bit wrinkly, but they're still perfectly good and perfect for a sauce. Then you need a glass of wine for some moral support, and you are ready to cook. So let's assemble this sauce and cook up our pasta and then have a delicious dinner. So the first thing you're going to do is chop your aromatics and stir fry them just like we did for the minestrone. Add some salt and pepper until everything has colored just a little bit. Then I like to deglaze with a little bit of wine, but you could totally use water. And then your cup or cup and a half of cherry tomatoes. And then just let that soften and simmer until you have a beautiful sauce that you can poach your fresh fish in. And then all you need to do is let that cook until the fish is fully cooked through and flaky. And then just keep it warm until your pasta is ready, which will take a maximum of 3 minutes. I tend to taste it about halfway through because fresh pasta cooks much quicker. So cheers and bon appetit. I really wish I could feed you guys through the camera, but I can't, so instead I will do a taste test for you and we'll see how this turned out. So I just finished it with a squeeze of lemon, a little more pepper, and a little tiny drizzle of olive oil because that just makes the whole thing feel like a restaurant. You need to try this, you guys. Fresh pasta makes anything feel like a luxury in terms of sauces, and it will even bring your cat to the table who only eats cat food. No, really, mostly he just wants to see you guys because he loves the camera. This sauce to me screams summer with the fresh tomatoes. They just have... Move your tail from my food. Excuse me. The fresh tomatoes to me just evoke summer. They're so fresh and you still get a little bit of texture from them as well as from the celery. You have that lemony flavor. The sauce is a little bit creamy but not heavy at all. And the fish, even if you're not really much of a fish person, you could totally switch it for shrimp or just do the tomatoes, but it's so flaky and buttery. It's just a wonderful way to enjoy some really fresh fish. So really excited to devour this. I am going to eat it with an episode of The Paradise because I do like to watch TV while I'm eating, especially during the week. I just feel like it helps me unwind a little bit, as well as this glass of wine, which is sort of a little bit of a fun luxury. And then I am going to finish my day. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like this video is getting really long now, so I'll leave it at this, but these Nature's Intent chocolate covered apricots are actually from Costco, not Trader Joe's like most chocolate covered things tend to be. And I've been having a couple of them as a snack or an after dinner treat every single day. They are so delicious. They're moderately healthy, but mostly just life-changingly delicious. And you need to try these if you have a Costco membership. And I have been having these with my nighttime traditional cup of chamomile tea, which helps me to go to sleep. And that is it for what I eat in a day. So mostly I want to go ahead and devour this, and I hope that you guys really just enjoy and savor all of the food that you get to eat every day, because I think that is what food is meant to do. That is my philosophy about it. I really try and be connected to the food that I make and just really enjoy it. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight as well as every other day. So if you would like to see another what I eat in a day video, then let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you like this video and subscribe for my next installment on style and life and all of the good things. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!